Hi, it's Morgan and welcome to the Dove's Nest. In today's video, I'm celebrating 5,000 subscribers. Woo, 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 woo. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Morgan Dove and today I'm doing a little bit different of a video. Today I am celebrating 5,000 subscribers. You guys, that's insane to me and I want to thank you all so much. When I came back and started making videos in late February of 2020, I've been shocked to see the growth of my channel, especially because my content was so different than anything I'd done before. I started out as kind of a beauty channel, went into a homeschool channel, and then just decided to start cleaning my house, making videos of me creating my habits and systems and routines, following a modified version of the FlyLady system, and it's been received really well. And so now I'm up to about 5,200 subscribers, and I just want to say to all of you, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It still blows my mind that people come to my channel to see me clean my house and to see me and to be supportive of me. And especially in the comments, you know, I've taken the last 3, maybe 4 weeks off for the last couple weeks of pregnancy and to have a baby, and just the supportive comments and the words of encouragement have meant so much to me. They really are inspiring me to keep going. There's so much left to do in this house as far as getting it clean and keeping it clean. So I really just want to say thank you to all of you subscribers. I really appreciate that. Now I thought about what I could do for this video and I just did a Q&A, so I'm not doing that. I thought about doing a giveaway, but I don't have anything to give away because I just purged my house of all of our stuff. I'll link that playlist up here. In today's video, I wanted to introduce you to my son. As I mentioned, I've been gone for a few weeks from filming to have this baby. And, oh, he's going to spit that passy out. And here he is. This is Calder. He's 3 weeks old today, so he's still just a tiny little thing. And he was born 5 weeks early, and so we're still not even at his due date until 4th of July. And he is just the sweetest baby. We are so glad he's here to complete our family. And you guys, this is what he does all day, every day. So I thought I would talk a little bit about him for just a minute. So if you followed my channel for any length of time, you know that I've had placenta previa this whole pregnancy. It was a full previa. And for those of you who don't know, that is a condition where your placenta covers the opening of your cervix. So basically, baby has no out. So I've known since I was about 4 months pregnant that I was going to need a C-section with him. I'd also been warned that there could be bleeding, there could be spotting, and in that case, go straight to the hospital because it could be a really bad situation. But the pregnancy went really well. So at 36 weeks, I was scheduled to have a C-section, so 4 weeks early. His original due date was July 4th, and my C-section was scheduled for June 8th. And a full week before, I was getting ready for the day. I was going to shower. I was going to edit some videos. I did mention in my community post that I filmed the rest of my FlyLady baby step videos. And so I just have to edit them, put them together so I can start posting them. So the last week before he was born, I filmed all of those videos. As I said, I was getting ready for the day, showering, gonna edit some videos. I was gonna pack my hospital bag, do all the things. And I didn't just have spotting that morning, I had full-on bleeding. So I started bawling. I called my husband and he was like, we need to go to the hospital. And I just broke down because I was not ready. My bags, I didn't even have a hospital bag packed. You know, I had all these plans that week. Maybe I'll film a video about what's in my hospital bag for the 3rd time around because I found those videos really helpful. I would watch them to see what kinds of things I should pack when I was making my packing list. And a lot of them, I was just like, y'all are going to the hospital for 24 hours. Like, you're not going on a cruise for a week. You don't need all this stuff. Just like a really bare bones, here's what you're actually going to use in the hospital. So I thought I would film something like that. Didn't get to it. I had some cleaning things I wanted to do, didn't get to it. I had a hair appointment because I hadn't had my hair done, and that one, you know, maybe it was a little vain, maybe that's just the emotion that was coming out, but that killed me. I was really, really sad that I was going to meet my son and it was going to be this first impression, and I had like 4-inch long corona roots from not visiting a salon since January. And so I had all these things I was scheduled to do that week, and I just didn't get to do any of them. Anyway, we rushed to the hospital. It took them quite a while to admit me, maybe 4 hours. Because of coronavirus, my husband had to sit outside of the hospital on a bench for those 4 hours. Until I was admitted, he was not allowed in the hospital. Luckily, my OB was on call. She saw my name on the board in triage, and she just was like, you know, we're giving you a C-section next week. We need to admit you. We need to watch for this. The biggest things they were watching for was the bleeding. It wasn't stopping. And so their goal was to get the bleeding to cut back significantly or to stop. And then they also had me hooked up to a contractions monitor, and you know, they asked like, did you know you were having contractions? And I told them, I said, I've been having contractions every night for the last 2 weeks, and they're kind of painful. And so I just get up and walk the halls. So I haven't really slept for the last 2 weeks. And in the hospital, you know, while they were monitoring me, I didn't even feel the contractions. They were so minimal, but it was roughly, I think I was having 11 per hour on average. So, I mean, significant contractions, but they weren't intense. And I kept telling them, I'm like, I don't even feel these. And the ones I've been having at night, like I feel, they're painful, but they weren't close enough together to be active labor. You know, I've had 2 babies before. I've felt contractions. I kind of know when it's time to go to the hospital, and those weren't, I didn't think that bad. And they told me, you know, when you started having those contractions, you probably should have come in. So I didn't know. So they think the contractions are what started the bleeding. Anyway, I was there all Monday night. They finally admitted me. I was monitored all Monday. I wasn't allowed to eat anything. I wasn't allowed to drink anything, not even water, in case they needed to do a C-section. You can't have anything in your stomach for 8 hours. And so I was just laying in a hospital bed, starving. And so by about 6 o'clock on Tuesday morning, the contractions had gone down to about 5 per hour, and the bleeding had stopped. You know, the last check they did right before 6 o'clock in the morning, there was no bleeding. And so the nurse allowed me to eat breakfast. So I wolfed down some breakfast, and then I went to the bathroom, and more bleeding, like a lot. And so they immediately called the OB, and they got me on the schedule for 4 p.m. for a C-section. And we just decided, you know what, he's coming an extra week early. So he came 5 weeks early. The C-section experience, I can make a whole video on. If you're interested in that, leave it in the comments. But he came, and he was shockingly healthy. He was 6 pounds 5 ounces was his birth weight. So he was a really good size for being 5 weeks early. But when he was born, they did take him to the NICU. He was having some labored breathing, but that was kind of the only issue that he was having. So they took him to the NICU. They held him until about noon the next day, and then he's been with me ever since. And currently he's just past his birth weight. He's about 6 pounds 11 ounces. So he's a teeny tiny. Yes, he's the tiniest little boy. And he is hands down our easiest baby. This is what he does all day long. We actually have only heard him cry twice, I believe. And one of those was when he was born. And the other time was we had some pictures taken, just family pictures, newborn pictures, and I didn't feed him right before. Like right when we started the session, it was time for him to eat, and I was worried about running overtime and not getting pictures, so I didn't feed him, and he squawked through the first half of pictures, and I fed him, and he's been like this ever since. So he is a pretty decent sleeper. He does wake up every 3 hours to eat. So kind of like 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m. But for the most part, like I'm getting lots of sleep. The big kids love him. They're kind of obsessed with him. My daughter is having some jealousy issues, but not really. It's mostly when I'm feeding him. She's kind of jealous that he gets to nurse and she no longer nurses. And so she asks if he can just have cereal and then she can nurse. But otherwise, they're obsessed with him. They just love him, and he's a great baby. One of the things that I have sort of really tried to do on this channel is that I don't intentionally show my children, and today's video is going to be an exception So this is our newest little baby, and this is probably the last time you'll intentionally see him. I'm sure he'll make appearances in my future videos, just because he is so tiny. But this channel is not something that will focus on children. But so many of you were here for the pregnancy journey. I just thought I should introduce you to this little man because he's just the sweetest. Yes, and he just sleeps all the time. But I did just want to introduce Calder. And again, I wanted to say thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. Anyway, he is so cozy. I'm gonna go get him swaddled and put him down for a nap. Before I go, I did want to update you on some things that I've got coming up. So I do have all of my baby steps videos coming. So I have a video for each individual baby step, and those will be coming. Once all of those are published, I will have videos for each of my weekly routines. Yes, are you just grunting? Yes, you do that so well. And then once all of the weekly routines are published, I have all of my zone cleaning videos. So if you've been looking for those, they're coming. I'm so sorry. There's just a lot going on in life right now, so I haven't been able to get them done. I was hoping to have everything up by the end of July, and now it looks like we're gonna go into August, which is fine. So stay tuned for all of those. I also have some videos. I've gotten a lot of comments about my kids and the kinds of chores that they do. So I've started to film that video just talking about kids' chores. I may or may not have some more homeschool videos. We're still on the fence. We have been accepted into the charter school, our first choice charter school. We're enrolled, we're registered, and now it's kind of a waiting game. I'm just waiting to see what my son's public school is going to be doing this fall. And if it's not on par with what I think should be done, then we're gonna homeschool at home. So that's a little bit about what's going on and what you can expect. I am hoping to get back into my publishing routine, so I will publish videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to subscribe if these types of videos are something that you're interested in. Again, thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed but you are viewing my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in my next video.